some fun in your life. Look me up.
Felicia, wait! It all makes sense. Fisk becomes the kingpin by eliminating all his rivals with his anti-crime task force, and the public thanks him for it. He writes a few big checks and everyone looks the other way. But it's not just the task force. I've been taking his enemies down too. And the one who's been pointing me toward them is Craven. I can't let him get away with this. I need to know more, inside information on Fisk. And I've got an old friend who can get it. Not sure what I was aiming at there. I'm starting to wonder why anyone would keep working at Oscorp. Harry probably knows more about Fisk than anyone. I get the feeling there's more to this place than it seems. Let's not fight. Ah, never mind. Let's fight. Et voila! Nighty-night. Now take some time to think about what you did wrong. They're so cute when they're asleep.
Marshall's down!
People work around here.
you free!
I webbed your nostrils open so you won't snore. No need to thank me. Did that hurt? Oh wait, I just remembered, I don't care. Some guys work on cars, I work on a big win with style. It all makes sense. Fisk becomes the kingpin by eliminating all his rivals with his anti-crime task force, and the public thanks him for it. He writes a few big checks and everyone looks the other way. But it's not just the task force. I've been taking his enemies down too. And the one who's been pointing me toward them is Craven. I can't let him get away with this. I need to know more, inside information on Fisk. And I've got an old friend who can get it. makes sense. Fisk becomes the kingpin by eliminating all his rivals with his anti-crime task force, and the public thanks him for it. He writes a few big checks and everyone looks the other way. But it's not just the task force. I've been taking his enemies down too. And the one who's been pointing me toward them is Craven. I can't let him get away with this. I need to know more, inside information. Harry's more likely to talk to his old pal Peter Parker than some nut in a costume.
Wow. Everyone knows Fisk is crooked. But you're saying he's actually setting himself up as the top crime boss in New York?
That's what I've been hearing. I'm working with Whitney Chang on a story, and she needs proof. You're closer to Fisk than anyone I know.
Not really. He keeps his business private. But, as an investor, I do have access to the task force's financial records.
Oh.
Okay. One of the addresses you gave me came up. Large payments to a security consultant. Fisk handles all the personnel decisions. He's the one who hired this Kravinoff guy. But he cooked the books, so technically, Oscorp's paying him. He's trying to throw me under the bus.
Join the club.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just... I trusted someone I shouldn't have. And I probably should have seen it, but... after losing my dad and Uncle Ben... I guess I wanted to believe...
You wanted a father figure. I know what that's like. My dad shut me out of his life to focus on saving his own. And all he ended up leaving me was the disease that killed him.
Huh? Is that why Norman started the cross-species experiments?
Yeah. He thought he could give himself the resistance some animals have to conditions like this. But the closest he ever got was the work he did on spiders with your father.
But Dad disappeared. And his work went with him. Harry, I'm sorry. What is it?
It's genetic. Very rare. Degenerative. My father extended his life by spending a fortune while he looked for a cure. I don't have that kind of time.
There's gotta be some hope.
Gene therapy. That's what all my dad's research was about.
Your task force. Their body armor has medical applications. Can it help at all?
It's not a cure, but it can give mobility to people who can't get around on their own. The task force has helped me improve on it, and protect my research from criminals who'd steal it. But it was a mistake to work with Fisk.
He knows you're sick?
He figured it out. And now he's waiting for me to die so he can take Oscorp for himself. Listen, Pete. Take it from a guy who knows. When the people you trust turn their back on you, it's just proof you have to handle your problems yourself. But sometimes, you still need help.
Harry, I'll do whatever I can for you. Just tell me what—
Spider-Man. No one knows for sure how he got his powers. But he looks to me Like the only successful, healthy example of cross-species genetics out there. You take pictures of him. You must have some way of reaching him.
Well...
Peter, I need Spider-Man's blood.
It's my lucky day. Huh. A little early for Halloween, isn't it?
Spider-Man, you're my only hope!
Someone's in trouble. Now hold on tight.
I think I swallowed a bug. No offense.
Poor Harry. I want to help him, but without the proper testing, my blood could actually make things worse.
Look at that view.
The shaken victim said, if Spider-Man hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened.
If my blood could cure Harry, I'd give it to him in a heartbeat. But it'll take time and lots of research to find out. And he's in no mood to wait.
Oh, it is on now. No! You want a smack in the mouth?
Funny how when crime's up, it's my fault. And when it's down, everyone forgets I exist. If I give Harry my blood without testing it first, it could kill him. Or turn him into a monster like with Dr. Connors. And then who knows how many people he might hurt, or even kill. You know, I'd love to know how the task force is gonna stop the crime wave when all they ever do is come after me. Time for alternative transportation. I've put this off long enough. Gotta catch up to Harry and talk to him.
Kane, thank you. I'll pay whatever you want.
Mr. Osborn, wait. I've checked with scientists familiar with gene therapy, and I can't give you my blood. It's too dangerous.
Dangerous? I'll die without it.
Not right away. There's still time for more research. Every other cross-species subject has turned into a monster. I don't know why it's different from me. I'm looking into it,
I've paid the top minds in the field to look into it. A fortune. They don't have the answers. I'm willing to take the chance.
It's not just about you. The lizard, the other cross-species, they hurt people.
Get out.
Kill people.
Just get out.
I can't give you my blood until I
was
know
right.
it's safe.
I can't trust
promise.
anyone.
I'll find out.
I'm on my own.
Mr. Osborn,
No, just go.
Harry's really at the end of his rope. I should have noticed a long time ago, but I was busy being played for a fool by Craven. I can't believe I fell for his act. But why would he teach me his hunting techniques if he was going to betray me? I guess that's one of the things I'll have to ask him. Craven owes me some... Craven! Time for a little mentor-mentee chat. You know, discuss our mutual goals. Map out a 5-year plan. Explain why you're working for a human jello mold. Looks empty. Maybe I can still find some answers. Craven must know I'm after him. He left and took most of his stuff. But he didn't have time to get it all. I'm gonna go over this room with a fine-tooth comb. It's all for me. He was gonna kill me and stuff me like a trophy. All this time he's been studying me, testing me, figuring out my strengths. How to beat them.
How best set a trap.
You're a fake! A coward! This is your idea of a fair hunt?
Oh no. It's only the prelude. The antidote I gave you should remove all effects of the tranquilizer. I want you at the peak of your abilities.
Stop acting like you're King Arthur. All that talk about honor. You lied to me. Betrayed me for the Kingpin and his money.
That was incidental. I did not betray you. I truly taught you all I knew. Not just so you eliminate the Kingpin's rivals, but to make you the worthiest possible opponent. The foe I knew you would be. My greatest hunt. Now you are ready. And now we will see who is the hunter and who is the prey.
So you used me to take out the Kingpin's rivals. What about Cassidy? I noticed you jumped in to stop him talking to me.
Cassidy was useful for a time. He sowed fear and mistrust, but he is little more than a beast. It was inevitable he would have to be removed. I will not you fight ghosts. Come get me, boy.
Hard to spot him. I have to try.
You've been a poor sport.
You wanted me to watch Cassidy kill that kid. Why? So I'd kill him? So I'd feel guilty? Just because you're a sick freak?
It was a test to see how strong you could be. If you could stomach the spilling of blood. I admit, you disappointed me. You grasp at shadows.
I'm still waiting for an explanation for your mustache.
Impossible. I studied. You are not capable of this kind of fury. You lack a killer instinct. Always one step behind.
True. I get as angry as you do. I want to hurt my enemies just as much. The difference is, I know it's wrong. This one time I fought somebody who was a real loser, and they were still better than you.
You grasp at shadows.
Ambush me from the trees.
I can smell your fear.
You're starting to get predictable.
And so be it. To the death!
No! That's your way. On my watch, no one dies.
I beg you, kill me. Give me death over defeat.
You're saying death isn't defeat? You planning on coming back as a craven zombie or something? Anyway, I won. That means I call the shots.
What are your terms?
You're a few episodes short of a season, Craven, but you've always had your own loony code of honor. So you're gonna tell me how to get to the Kingpin. The truth. Everything you know.
Very well. You have won that right. Ask, and I shall answer.
I ran into someone who says Kingpin gets test subjects at Ravencroft. How?
The institution has lost all government funding. It now relies upon private donors, of which Fisk is the largest, now that Norman Osborn is dead.
And they just let him experiment on inmates like some kind of Dr. Chubbenstein?
They encourage it. They view the inmates as hopelessly damaged, useful only as test subjects.
I know you. You're always checking out your surroundings. You notice everything.
Yes, it's true. I met with Fisk in his building, where I took note of the locations of his cameras, weapons, and accessible points of entry. He has a Telec 4566 security system, and I know the passwords.
Well, you get a gold star. Draw me a map, and don't leave anything out.
The information I have given you will get you inside the building, but you must still face Fisk himself.
I'll distract him with cupcakes.
This is why you will lose. You underestimate him. He has fought for his life since he was a boy. If you show even a moment's weakness, he will see it and kill you.
The old killer instinct, huh? A lot of good it did you. I'm not sure if the cops can pin anything on you, but if not, take my advice and go back to Russia. Fisk doesn't seem as forgiving as I am.